Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Daisy. In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to create custom designs with foil and DTF. However, I know that not everyone has access to a DTF printer, so I got to work on finding an alternative, and I did it. I discovered an amazing trick to apply foil to cotton and polyester fabric t-shirts or garments on any color using DTF film with foil and a sublimation printer. I tested it, I washed it 3 times, and the design remains intact. I'm going to show you 2 methods for making these custom designs. One using only foil and the other one combining foil with sublimation printing on paper to give you more customization options. I haven't seen this technique anywhere else, so stay until the end because you might be one of the first crafters to try this method. Let's get started, but first I'll give you the list of materials we need for this project. For this project, you'll need a printer with special sublimation ink. I'll be using my Epson EcoTank ET15000 with sublimation ink. DTF film with foil. I use gold, but there are different shades available. If we want to customize with both sublimation printing and foil, we need both DTF film with foil and sublimation paper. DTF powder, which help the design adhere to the fabric. I'll be using medium DTF powder from Gemation. A DTF oven to cure the design, but if you don't have one, don't worry. I'll show you later how to do it with a heat press. A heat press or iron to apply the design onto the t-shirts or fabric garments. Scissors, parchment paper, Teflon layers, heat-resistant tape, and fabric garments to customize. They can be cotton or polyester, and in any color. In the description of this video, I'll leave a list with links to all the products used in this tutorial. Now I'm going to show you how to prepare the design for customizing with foil and sublimation. Here I have 2 designs that I'll print for 2 foil customized projects. You can use any graphic design program to print your designs. I'll use the free graphic design program Inkscape. If you're printing single layer designs, you can also use Canva. However, if you're printing 2 designs like this one, I recommend using a graphic design program that allows you to separate the layers. Both designs are in SVG format. If you're printing a single layer design, you can use PNG designs as well, but they must have a transparent background. If you like to use any of these designs, you can download them from my blog. I'll leave the link in the video description. They're free. The single layer design can be pressed onto any fabric, whether cotton or polyester. The 2-layer design, however, will be used to customize a polyester t-shirt because the black layer will be printed on sublimation paper and the brown layer will be printed using the DTF foil hack. To resize the design, go to the size bar, unlock the padlock, and enter the measurements. You can also adjust it using the arrows around the design. This design will be printed at 10 inches wide by 5.36 inches tall. It's now ready to print. For the 2-layer designs, we'll separate the layers. The brown layer will be printed on DTF film with foil, so I'll place it to the side. The black layer will be printed on sublimation paper. I'll remove the watermark so it doesn't print. Now let's print the design. The layer we're printing should be placed on the white canvas. Go to File, Print, select the sublimation printer, go to More Settings, and in Document Size, choose either letter A4 or legal size. In paper type, select Premium Presentation Paper Matte and set the print quality to high. Then click Print Preview. Go to More Options and make sure Mirror Mode is selected, especially if you are printing text. OK, Print. For my sublimation print, I use my Epson EcoTank ET15000, which I converted into a sublimation printer. I added Hippo sublimation ink and used ASAP sublimation paper. If you'd like to learn how to convert an Epson EcoTank printer to sublimation, check out my tutorials on my channel. Now that we printed this layer, we'll set it aside and bring in the brown layer onto the white canvas for printing. We'll print it almost the same way, with just one small change. For the foil layer, you can print it in any color except black. And instead of selecting Premium Presentation Paper Matte, we're going to select Premium Semi-Gloss Photo Paper. And for this one, it's very important to select Mirror Mode. Since DTF foil film comes in rolls, we need to cut it to fit the printer. I'll measure it to match the size of the letter size paper. The white side is the printable side. I'll place it in the rear tray of my printer. If your printer doesn't have a rear tray, you can place it in the cassette with the printable side facing down. Now that we have the print, we'll apply the DTF powder. This time I'll use Jamaican Medium DTF powder. You'll find links to all the products used in this tutorial in the video description. Make sure to cover the entire design with DTF powder. Be generous. Remember, you can reuse this powder for other projects. Carefully shake off the excess powder. Now let's cure it in a DTF oven. If you don't have a DTF oven, don't worry. You can cure it with a heat press. I'll show you how in a moment. Bake the design at 120 degrees Celsius or 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 180 seconds. The design is now cured. You can see the powder has melted. If you don't have a DTF oven, you can cure the design using a heat press. Simply place the design like this without pressing down. The heat press should be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and you leave it there until the powder melts. Now let's move on to pressing the designs. First, I'll press the single layer design onto a 100% cotton t-shirt. Press it for 10 seconds to remove the wrinkles. Then clean it with a lint roller. Align the design. Place a Teflon layer or parchment paper on top and press at 330 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. After pressing, let it cool completely before removing the film. While that cools, let's press the two-layer design on a white 100% polyester t-shirt. Press for 10 seconds to remove the wrinkles. Clean with a lint roller and place parchment paper inside the t-shirt to prevent the ink from transferring to the back. You can use white packing paper, butcher paper, or a Teflon layer. Align the design, secure it with heat-resistant tape, and place a Teflon layer or parchment paper on top. Press at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds with 70 pounds pressure, if your machine has that option. I'm using my HTVRONT auto heat press machine. Find the link in the video description below. Now that we pressed the first layer, let's apply the foil layer. Cut around the design. This doesn't have to be perfect. just close enough to align it easily to the first layer. If you're wondering why we didn't press the foil layer first, it's because sublimation ink requires more heat and time, while foil doesn't need as much. By pressing the sublimation layer first, we protect the foil from damage and prolong its durability on the fabric. However, you can test both methods and compare the results. After cutting, align the foil layer with the sublimation layer that we already pressed. Secure it with heat-resistant tape and place a Teflon layer or parchment paper on top and press at 330 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. Once pressed, let it cool completely before peeling off the film. While it cools, let's reveal the first t-shirt design by carefully removing the film. Don't worry about any excess foil. It can be removed with a lint roller. Now, place the Teflon layer back on and press for 10 seconds. And here we have our first t-shirt with foil and sublimation. Look how gorgeous! And like I said before, don't worry about the excess of foil. We can remove it using a lint roller. It turned out gorgeous. I love this design. And I also love how the gold foil looks on the black fabric. Personally, I think it's a unique way to customize, and the advantage is that we can personalize any color and type of fabric. Look, let me show you. This is the one I customized with DTF printing. They look almost identical. There is nothing to envy about DTF printing in terms of durability. I believe they are almost the same because I did a wash test and neither of them faded. I'll show you in a moment, but first let's reveal the design of the second print with 2 layers. To create this sublimation and foil print, we need to use polyester t-shirts or items. Just like we did with the first customization, we'll place a Teflon layer or butcher paper on top and press it for just 10 seconds. And look at the result. It is spectacular. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this new technique. As I mentioned at the beginning, for this technique, it's important to place a piece of butcher paper or parchment paper inside the t-shirt to prevent the back from getting stained. And look at how gorgeous the result is. I absolutely love this technique. This t-shirt is for me. And as I promised a moment ago, I want to show you my test results. I made this test with DTF printing and sublimation. I have already washed them 3 times. This one here was done with sublimation printing. And even after 3 washes, it still looks great. And this one was made with DTF printing. Personally, I think both customization look amazing with both techniques. The most important thing is that they withstand washing, and sublimation is an excellent budget-friendly option for those who don't have a DTF printer. Let me know in the comments what you think of this technique. And just like that, you can customize your garments with foil without needing a DTF printer. I love how both designs turn out, and the best part is that they last. Personally, I think this is an affordable and creative way to give your t-shirts a unique touch, whether for personal use or a profitable business. Tell me in the comments what you think about this sublimation and foil hack. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.